Hello everybody. How goes your Tuesdays? Mine's going pretty good. I acquired the vinyl set today in the mail. Gave them all the once over. They all looked okay. But then I'm probably going to put them away, and if I ever get a record player, listen to them one day. Right now it's kind of a super collector's item, and I need to remember later on today to redeem the codes for the digital musics that are on the vinyls. So yeah, that kind of brightened up the day a little bit. And tomorrow I got a couple other errands to run. Hopefully shouldn't take that long, so we should still stay on schedule for a stream tomorrow. But I don't think there's that high of a chance that I will need to not stream tomorrow. So on that similar topic, as far as days off go, I'm almost kind of liking the take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that or not, as long as I'm still doing this. Although I feel if I want to do the 4 days on, 3 days off deal, I should probably go for longer than 3 hours, 3.5 hours, maybe even 4 hours. Try to go to like 4.5 to 5 hours at minimum. I don't know if I could do 4 10-hour streams in a row, especially starting at 5 o'clock. I don't know. I'm still trying to get the whole streaming thing down and just see if I can drum up any interest or something like that. If people seem to like what I'm doing, then I'll probably just stick to the schedule. And I don't know about Fridays, because excuse me, Fridays and Saturdays are when my most of my real life friends and whatnot have their days off. So I'm thinking about maybe just doing like a Sunday to Thursday deal, and on Sunday try to see if I can do an extended stream. But I also don't really know what to do after I complete all the MSQ, because there's not that much left, to be honest. There's definitely not that much left, especially when you break it down and think about it. Like if I stay on this current schedule that I have, we got maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 before I'm done. And then after that, it's kind of like, well, what do I do? At least as far as MSQ goes. Like there's the whole raid series I could do about like the Warring Triad, the Pirates from Heaven's Ward. I think it's the Void Ark series officially called. Then let's see, there's the Evil East stuff, the Four Lords, and then Shadowbringers has Eden and the weapons. So maybe if I stick with this schedule of like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, probably got like another month and a half, 2 more months of content that we can do, which might put us right on track for Endwalker to release. Because if it's at all possible, I fully intend to stream some Endwalker with a face cam, because I spent $50 on this thing a long time ago and I've only used it like maybe 6 times. If anybody remembers when I did Witcher 3, you had a face cam on for that, and then the little bit of Monster Hunter I did on PC. Monster Hunter World, I should say. I do have Rise. Could do a new character and go through that, but it's like, But I guess, all in all, that's probably a problem for future me, and not really a problem for current me. So yeah. Let us get into the game. Stuff was going on in the chat. Let's see, we have already set the new game plus. I am a dingus and probably need to turn those off. And let's see, yesterday knocked out the roll quest. Forgot there was a part 2 to it that is supposed to be, that came out toward whenever 5.3 came out, I think it was, which is kind of awkward to do right now. So we didn't. And heck, even some of the roll quests got kind of awkward because they assumed that we did things that we haven't done yet. So, crap, what was I gonna say? But yeah, we did that. We put off part 2 of that story for another time, probably after I finish part 3, whenever I finish 5.3 proper. And then we started back up with the MSQ. Led off with the Crystarium getting attacked by an organized host of Sin Eaters. We pushed them back, but at one hell of a cost. And for that, we decided to take off to Amarang to try and find this Light Warden. Before we made our choice to come here, Minfilia wants to commune with the actual Minfilia. Thancred's not a big fan about that, of course, but he kind of told us that he wants to stand by her side and support her in whichever path she chooses. So right now we're in Amarang trying to kill 2 birds in 1 stone. 1, to find a Light Warden and kill it, and 2, to air quotes, summon Minfilia back here. The Minfilia that we know. And I guess this Minfilia has a big decision to make. Does she want to keep continuing to fight on her own free will? Or is she done and wants to let the other Minfilia take over the fight? But in order to get to the place, which is down here-ish, we need to be in this area, the Hills of Amber, because reports had Yulmoran soldiers more or less all over this area scouting. So I think Alphano and Alizé and Y'shtola are playing distraction team over here, trying to keep them occupied, to keep their eyes away from here as we try to find a way to get to this area. There is a trolley system we discovered, but it has been inoperational for a long time, mostly because one of the big wigs in this area, I think his name was Magnus, lost his boy to the Sin Eaters, and then a couple years later lost his wife due to a mining accident when she basically delved too greedily, too deeply. The mine collapsed around her. They got to her eventually, but she was already long dead before then. Trying to find some sort of ore that makes these golems called Talos operate. And ever since that incident, everything's just basically gone to shit. Nope. Magnus doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to stay. He just wants to basically live at the bottom of a bottle for the rest of his days. And with that, he basically tells everybody that wants to try to assist him or help him, or this area, basically tells him, piss off, I don't care. Even though they maintain these trolleys, they maintain the railways, it's kind of a moot point because no one wants to grab the, or I forget what it's called, that makes these things operate. But we are heading off to a mining facility that has been long since abandoned, presumably where Magnus's wife died when the mines collapsed. And we're going to see if RNG favors us. And we can find these minerals or ore, whatever they're called, I forget. I'd say we're not long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nuvi's leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving. Though we could probably hear what Guthjon has to say before we celebrate. Assuming we will find him, that is. Yeah, some people are here, mining away. You know, some of these pillars don't look the most durable. Whoops. Missed what this guy said. He said, Who are you? And what are you doing in here? Well, we're here to find you and this mineral. Forget what it's called. You really should have listened to Thaf. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is leonine. All the Talos in the hills of Ambers are powered using them. Well, were, at least. Anyway, what is left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. And our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of leonine that may have been overlooked. Suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine. What do you want? The other day I found a Verba gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Verba gold piece! Why don't you do it? I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it, and I'll tell you what you want to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir. We'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Linkus. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. As I'm sure you noticed, despite their best efforts to eliminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it'll be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these, sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I'll handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after, in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effects wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry. Not here. That would be too easy. Not there. Found it. I was hoping you dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. Or fool me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side. Well, found the thing. Well, maybe she is. Yours, at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. Oh, come on. You actually came prepared for this. No more than usual, I assure you. I only managed to survive the Kurthan wilderness and the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits which endeared me to Louis Soir, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let's hurry and see that return to Guthjon. The sooner we get back to Urianger and Mephilia, the better. You're back. Wait, does that mean? You didn't hear us conversate? I'll be damned, you actually found it. Well, a deal's a deal. But don't think this means you'll find what you're after. Yeah, excuse me. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull this off. But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. I took a swig of water, and, yeah. Kinda went down the wrong pipe. Yeah. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I never leave them in the air for once so stale. But you're not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. First, I have to ask. You ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms? I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. And on occasion, they come back with something valuable. They dig up Leonine in the mines? It's a rare occurrence, but yes. That said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, only other option sounds tantamount to suicide. So how can we draw out those rockworms? Over by your shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll have a look. We should split up if we're to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. smoke them out and kill them. So take it, we're placing the smoke bombs and then letting them do their work, and then come back. Excuse me, sir. I was reading quest text. Damn, it keeps up with you. One last spot. Anchored? How'd you do, buddy? There you are. Find anything promising? During the two of you, say you've got quite the haul. But best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take time for me to sift through all this.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner. After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
Can't imagine she thought too highly of you back then.
Not too highly, no. She once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat, which wouldn't have been half as galling had it not been so accurate. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now, I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
How's that for a coincidence? Find the one piece of leonite that has a message on it. That'll work one day. Enjoying your new car, are you? I wouldn't believe it had I not seen it for myself. Before you set it into the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him, you have my word. Thank you, Gothjon, for all your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. I'm really kind of happy people were getting a second chance to get this car. It's literally a free 4-seater. Even though we'll probably never get anything like that again, because if I remember right, the animator said it was a complete nightmare to shift it back and forth from landing and taking off. What? Oh, it's you. If you've come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it wouldn't run, and you wouldn't listen. Oh, but it will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus, from Agna. No. No, she couldn't have. Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will. Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but... I said take it. It was you who found it. You who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be. I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she wants you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Urianger? Sure. Let me get this while it's here. Am I on it? Anybody say anything? Thou art returned, and with Leonine, it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jerk, Thath, and Midfilia. At last we shall return time to the timeless, this sentinel of stone, that we may press on towards Nabatharang. Very good. Now let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready. It's working! It's working! Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet... I can't... I can't...
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me. That he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell overlong on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Dude, go to her.
Not today.
Meanwhile, in the Crystarium,
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
So this isn't the first time they've talked.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot.
So he's responsible not only for the Garlean Empire, but also for Allag.
There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Allag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of the sacrifice of brave heroes who gave their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we are both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
I would elaborate on that a little bit more, but I don't think we're supposed to know that yet. So for now, I will stay silent. Mine apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss, which bringeth me to the question, how didst thou find Thancred during your search? Oh, well, he did elaborate a little bit on Minfilia since, we were mining. He spoke of Minfilia of his own accord. I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to broach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. A regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he had refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they must face the reality of the circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now, let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and the Batharang await. I think before I pick this up, let's pick it up. It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna were here to see it, or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines. Even after he had found a Leonite, I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'm going to take good care of this Talos, for both their sakes. On behalf of my family and all the miners of Twine, thank you. Well, enough chitter-chatter. Let's get you lot on the Batharang, eh? Everything seems to be in order. I take it the Talos' presence resolves the issue at the gate. Oh, that, yes. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we could finally go to Nabatharang. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get that Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around curves. Understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair to the mines, then. Before we go, while you were away with Linkus, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one. It's the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm not honestly sure what it will do, but I wanted you to have it, for luck. Minfilia, we should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. Well, they just left. We're gonna let them do their thing, and I need to take a bit of a break to refresh the water, use the bathroom, stretch legs, and also do a thing I meant to do before stream, but I completely forgot about until like about a half hour in. So it's gonna be a bit of an extended break while I do that. So I implore you all, go get some snacks, get some water yourselves, and I will be back in a few minutes. Hey folks, I'm back. Sorry I took a good bit. Turns out when I put stuff off, I put stuff off. Honestly, probably should have done that before our stream, but honestly completely forgot about it until, like I said, like 40 minutes into the stream, and I'm just like, oh wait, yeah, I forgot to do XYZ. Welp. So this is it. We're finally going to Nabatharang. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her, to the real Midfilia. I hoped when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. There's no reason to give up though, not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting. There you are. So what do you think? A little primitive looking, I'll admit, but Daedalus Stoneworks has always favored a simple, intuitive design, and that philosophy has served us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. And plotting a route is so simple even we can do it, which makes for fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Alright then, watch your step. You're not coming with? You're not coming with?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabatharang lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabatharang, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Ariange. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
Ah, that must be the gate.
Well, so far so good. Wait, is that Ranjit? You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell.
You want to go back in that hole you crawled out
Your
of?
deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you. And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms. And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Okay. Let's get the hell out of here, Minfilia.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself a protector? As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
Single target combo. It's the charge. It's the big CD. Self heal. Damage buff. Let's go.
Come on!
Whatever it takes, I swear I will end you. You lied to yourself as you lied to her. I lied, kept secrets, but no more. She deserves better. A life of pain, of ceaseless conflict and despair.
This is going well.
Vanity! Beast of my blood, answer my call! Rend my foes and ward their blows!
Ha! So you really are a monster. Better a monster than a deceiver. That's better a foolish dreams and false hopes. There is no folly in hope. I said as much myself once. I was wrong. Never again! Damn it! I need time to line up a clean shot. I suppose if there's no other way.
When will you learn? Die!
When you're dead and buried. Yield now and I will grant you a quick death. But we've only just begun.
Not good.
The strain is more than I remember. At least now I can get that shot. You would court death for mere parlor tricks? My life would be but a small price to pay. Then pay it you shall! Ow. You've never understood her. She is not a bird to be locked away in a gilded cage.
And you presume to be her protector? Pathetic.
Looks like I'll have to use it again then. Hold still, damn you.
No quarter!
You have played your hand far too early, boy. There is no escape. Carried on long enough, would you agree?
Why you assist in this folly?
Is that all?
Infilius cartridge. Have to make it count. There you are.
Fall!
Yeah, but how?
Fools to a man! Fall!
I hoped you would fall for the third time. Though 2 times was perhaps already too many. No more tricks? Then let us finish this. But you've not even seen the grand finale. One last disappearing act. Are you not struggling to stand? I think you might be serious. Oh, I am deadly serious. Fool! You think the shadows will save you? There is no escape, do you hear me? Thank you, Midfilia, for this precious gift.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide ever again. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
This is the place, Linkus. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happening, to just turn away. But I can't turn away now, not this time. By Thancred and the others, I have to face her. he's probably fine. Let's keep going. I can sense her presence, albeit faintly. Come on, let's look over by the crystal wall. So if the game will let me... Probably can't stand on this cannon. Nope.
Is this...
Run for your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
No! Stand back! We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Midfilia!
This place...
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak.
It's good to see you again, Minfilia.
My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. 'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities, and all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them. But do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
Why do you have red hair? What happened? I remember speaking with Midphilia, and then... You have red hair and you have regular eyes. What? Is something wrong? Your eyes changed and your hair changed. A parting gift, I think. Until now, I've walked the path she set before me, the path she set before all the Midphilias. But she's given me a new path, a new life that I can call my own. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her, warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within it. And the Light Wardens, there's one here in Amarang. Let's hurry back, the others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be angry with me, do you? Only one way to find out. I know there's no getting around it, but... Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. You're not dead. And everyone is here. Flowers growing on it.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Really? He wasn't the one that nearly got himself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Nymphilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulin?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen?
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, doth this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
Reen has joined the party. Nymphilia will be sorely missed. Though it was grandfather's legacy which first brought me to Eorzea, I would never have become a scion were it not for her. Indeed, there would be no scions, and 2 worlds would be the worse for our absence. Tataru and the others will no doubt be heartbroken to hear the news of her passing. Until such time as we can return to them, however, we must keep our heads held high. Though we have lost 1 scion, we have gained another, after all. Do you have any idea how worried we were when word reached us that Ranjit was alive and headed for the Hills of Amber? Oh, I can't wait for this to be over, so we can all go home, assuming we even can. Reen's ether has changed. It has taken on a faint golden hue. Curious. Despite this glad turn of events, the suffering born of mine all too arrogant meddling paineth me still. And yet, the smiles do give me hope for the morrow. Excuse me. Thank you for standing by, Reen, and Nymphilia. I'm sure it meant a lot to her, seeing you one last time. Would that I could have been there to hear what words were exchanged between them. When all this is over, perhaps I'll ask. I honestly don't know how to repay you for all you've done, but I promise to do whatever I can to help. Are you certain you're up to fighting so soon? I can't imagine the power of the Oracle is something one learns to wield in the space of a few hours. Maybe not, but the presence of the Light Wardens is unmistakable to me now. Sneezing kitty. In fact, I sense one here in Amarang to the west. I think it might be hiding underground. Underground? Then it's as we suspected. We thought it prudent to take a brief survey of the area prior to your arrival. To the west, we found the remains of a site known as Malikazwell. If I recall correctly, the well was built in remembrance of one of the ancient kings of Namatharang to serve as a source of respite from the desert heat. It fell into disuse after the flood, whereupon the miners of Amarang thought to turn part of it into an excavation site. Judging by its size, the underground waterways are no doubt extensive, the perfect hiding place for a warden. Reen, are you certain you can track it down? Leave it to me. Then it's settled. We make for Malik as well. Oh, piss off, Armadillo. It's here. I can taste its ether on the wind. Then we finally found a mark. Let's put an end to this, Lakis, and return the night sky to Amarang. Oh, that's how. So they don't turn? No, they don't. And they go right back down. Alright then, before we go into the dungeon, I think it's time to take my second break of the day. And grab some water, use the bathroom, all that good stuff. I implore all you folks out there to do the same. It won't be nearly as long as a break as last time, promise. Be back in a few minutes. Alright folks, we're back. Told you it wouldn't be nearly as long. Let's turn that off. And let us go in. And you know what? That was the group I was going to go with. Let us enter the well. Kill us a light warden. Damn, they had a bar down here and everything. I can sense the warden somewhere below us. Screw this, I'm not taking any damage. I feel about a 7. I realize I'm never going to do. Read the dungeon descriptions. This tunnel seems to stretch on forever. Isn't that a little big for an armadillo?
You underestimate me!
If I never see an armadillo again. The lower reaches of the well. We need to climb down somehow. Or just jump.
Underestimate me!
Hopefully this tunnel continues downward. Are those buckets? Why, yes, I believe they are. That's the tank buster. Yes, it is. care.
I'll show you.
I think I now understand Alpha Node's aversion to water. Not another word. We're getting the forgiven stuff. These crystals are devoid of ether. Oh gods, the boulders! They're filling with light! Yeah, of course they would. I wonder if I can hit all three here. Nope. Didn't even need any of them.
I'll show you.
Leave the healing to me.
I'll show you.
Five down. One remain. What the? That didn't feel good. Arianji, you gonna say something, buddy? The hell's an iron torch? Oh, literally an iron torch. All right then.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabartha Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hell's had gone on. What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the? Are you seeing this?
The sky. It...
At last, night has returned to Amareng.
It's technically not night, but we get.
We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should, for defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host. There the fate of this star shall be decided.
Is it not the moment Emix usually chooses to descend upon us? Whatever will we do without his feigned praise and backhanded compliments? Perhaps administrations were not as thorough as I thought, or perhaps I was a touch too reckless. If only I could have seen the look on Magnus's face when the night sky returned. They must all be so happy. What about you, Linkus? Do you feel different at all? The end of light's dominion over this world is fast at hand. Once more shall the night share equal dominion over the firmament, and yet our travails are far from over. We did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope that the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, Linkus, together. Are you feeling alright, Linkus? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I could feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. She sees it too, then. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. It's actually raining. The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Irene, have you noticed anything peculiar about Lincus's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely. He won't mind. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside him, though I didn't think anything of it at first. But after we defeated the Warden and Amarang, I realized something was wrong. You've absorbed its ether, Lincus, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Ow. Lincus! Not good, apparently. If naught is done, this will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over the light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for him? Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for a departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Yes, Mother. None of that cheek, or I'll take you across my knee. Now, off with you to the pendants. We will call for you when the time comes. It's like one of the first times you get to be snarky to Stola and she returns it right back. Is everything alright, sir? Don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. The room is ready if you'd like to care to retire. Very good. If you should have need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. You got the window wide open and it's pouring down rain. So, notice you didn't follow us out to Amarang. Why'd you stay here instead of coming with?
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Amarang?
Yeah, Light Warden is dead. I absorbed its ether like the others. And also, the trolleys are more or less back operational again.
I see. Minfilia's gone then.
Oh, and also that.
Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
Does it look like I'm alright?
What just happened?
Philia said, not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right?
Kinda.
That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare, but for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
When the Warden is dead, will your work finally be done?
Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
No, this isn't right. It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Please tell me you've finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Very well. Where to next, then? Let's just worry about getting out of the city, and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same. God, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubble now. Is there nothing else we can do? Do? Look around you. This isn't war. It's a sickness, and it's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-state's on disarray, and by all accounts the Far East is faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. This world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story, when the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Have faith, my friend. We will find him. Again, with these armor check penalties, or just straight penalties for sleeping with your armor on. Seemed like an odd dream. Ah, Master Jack, I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived from you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the Ocular at your earliest convenience. And, sir, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. We will visit the Exarch tomorrow. I'm sure absorbing the light of 5 light wardens is fine. We're fine, right? Like this whatever light trying to escape from us, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We are completely fine. Who do we go for tonight? Think we go now. London 2191. They're playing Final Fantasy 15, which, funny enough, is the crossover event. And I figure that's good enough. I've known this person for a heck of a long time. They're pretty cool dudes. You fight aliens and don't afraid of anything. So let's go over there and say hi to them, shall we? I do not want to edit stream info. I want to raid channel. So folks, that's going to be it for me tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Whether you're watching live, whether you're lurking, whether you're watching YouTube, doesn't matter. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back. I should be back tomorrow around 5 o'clock. I don't foresee anything major. I should be back by then. I have a couple things to do tomorrow, but I don't think that'll interfere that much. So anyways, let's go say hi to One London 2191. They are playing Final Fantasy 15, as I said. I would imagine it's probably their first time, so no spoilers or anything like that. Just be cool, hang out, join the adventure with them, and I will see you folks tomorrow. Have a good rest of your Tuesday/Wednesday. And please, whatever it is you do out there, stay safe, my friends. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day/night.
Aw, hey Link, what's up, friend? Hope you're doing well. We're driving around Final Fantasy. It's very exciting.